Okay, I'm not in the mood for singing and dancing right now. Let's see. Let's get my stuff ready. Let's send a message to Discord. Live now. I'm even gonna take off my headphones. I was about to mute the microphone and put it to the side as well, but then I realized, wait, that kind of like doesn't work with the stream setting up thing. Okay. Welcome to another exciting episode of this. I'm realizing I need more music for my playlists because there's a very fine thread that I want to walk of like I try to avoid just having game OSTs on there, but I also don't want things that get me copyright struck, but I also don't want AI generated slop music. And that's kind of like it becoming a vanishingly thin Venn diagram. But oh well. Today we are doing oh yeah, I can show you what I did, which is oh wait, hang on. Is the game like up and running? Is it why is the button not working? Oh, there it is. Okay. I added this. I added the governor. This is the governor of the entire nation. Um he was supposed to have his conversation done. Oh, okay. I see. Now we can do use an item, use a note. We were supposed to be able to use the note that he had from us because basically this is now one of the other like main complications of this quest that we've been working on. Basically, you got interrogated and now the governor himself is like apologizing for that because he wasn't directly involved with like the police behavior. And he's worried that it's going to cause some sort of international issue that like somebody was arrested, like a foreigner was arrested while they were traveling. Okay, so oh, I see. It's not done. It's wait, no, it is done. Yeah. This is supposed to be here. The governor of the province personally apologized for my arrest. Um yeah, hang on. Also, I'm going to put this here so that way it's own well no, actually I'm fine with it here. And then we have this. So yeah, we should be able to have like let's look at the journal. Dot. So what does this have again? Like note entries? Oh, right, they're all objects though. Hmm. Oh, X is the exit the thing button. Basically, because escape is the pause button, I want that to work even if you're already in some other dialogue. So I needed a different key. So I chose X on the keyboard. But that means that I can't type the letter X in here. I forgot why I didn't have it set to anything because I ran into this exact problem. Okay, whatever. I don't need to see what's in there. Because I can just look at the journal here anyway. I can look at the journal here anyway. Oh, right, hang on. I can look at the journal here. So we do have the governor. He should be here. So why is he not here? So like this, did we not get this? Oh, I see. There must be a typo. Oh, I see. Grab hill, not crab hill. Okay, so if I use a node now, right, that makes sense. Talk to him again. Now we have this about your apology. Why is this that color again? This is not the right color. I literally set it to a different color. Like this is supposed to be probably more like this, and then probably like that. And then font variation. So yeah, what I want here is basically italicize it. What's O? Okay. And then I kind of want it to be a little less bold. So you can see here it's thinning out or thickening. And these are like procedural variations, so they're kind of janky. Okay. Oh yeah, now it works. So why was I arrested in the first place? I'm quite surprised. Why the special treatment? Are you worried about the bad publicity? I understand. Okay. So I'm thinking my main goal right now. Let's go back to Nightlight. And also let's get everything else that I need up. Oh, thank you, whatever that was. We need like my to-do list. We need this as well, because I'm going to go to this. So this is our actual thing. So what I want now is to make Sadak, the guy that we talked to, more of an antagonist. Because right now, you like point out one suspicion. Basically, the entire quest is you look at a weird light. And then you go to the guy who interrogated you and you say, hey, there's a weird light. And he's like, okay, I'll follow you in the dead of night to this weird light. And then you defeat the enemy and then you win. And like that isn't compelling. Sorry, I had to cough for like 20 minutes. But yeah, that's not compelling. So I want him to be someone who does not believe you. And I wanted to much more slowly reveal the fact that he knows stuff about your mom, for example. And so now I'm trying to figure out, we have the tools here. We have the raw materials. We have the division between sort of the leadership of the government, such as the governor, and the leadership of the like peacekeepers, the faction of like pseudo-military, pseudo-police, which is Sadak. And the player is like, so the player has like leeway in there. They have some sort of political power just by virtue of being a relatively wealthy tourist in an area that's trying to build international relations. And so I need to figure out, where is the arrest? Get arrested. So here, right after this, meet the governor. He's on your side for political reasons. And so I think, honestly, the light is still interesting stuff, but I'm also not sure if I like it for this game. Because it's like, Going out and seeing a light in the dead of night that looks strange and then investigating it, that is good adventure sort of stuff in a game that isn't as dialogue heavy, but I wonder if I can find other ways of integrating it more with dialogue, or if it's good to just have like some things that you can only discover by just looking at them. Meet Sadok in questioning. What is the ghost's actual motivation? I guess this makes sense. Collecting, well, do we need another character in here? Do we need like somebody who can help like the player, advocate for the player like on the ground? Because the governor's just going to stay where he is. I guess this could be a place where Razia could help you, maybe. Because I've been thinking about her as well. Because I need to rewrite the dynamic between her and the player. You know what? I think we meet Razia independently of this. Detect, or like, discuss the disappearances, Razia's. To help clear your name. Well, I don't know. Okay, I think that might be right. So I think bringing Sadok to the light, I don't think is going to be... Well, no, I think he does need to see it. And I'll need to contrive some reason for the creature to only appear when you bring him to the light. Actually, what if the creature just tells you that? What if you hear some sort of voice and it just tells you, bring Sadok here. I want to talk to him. I think that would be kind of interesting. Because then it's like... Then it's like it clearly has motivations. It clearly wants something from Sadok specifically. And then the player can feel kind of complicit in like aiding this mysterious thing. I think that could be good. So yeah, I'm going to say we find the green light. It tells you to bring Sadok. So, first of all, I think there is some other evidence that the light is related to the disappearances. And so you're like, okay, you can either just tell Sadok exactly what's going on of like, hey, I heard a voice and it said to bring you here. So like bring a gun because something strange is going on. Or you can just not do that and be like, "Oh, well, you know, I just had a hunch that there was something weird about it." You know, because I don't think Sadok would actually die here because I got too much stuff that you would basically soft lock yourself out of if you don't. Well, it could be interesting though. I think you can just straight up kill Sadok here. I think that would be interesting. So, optional. And so basically, defeat the ghost. So what I'm going to say is there's two outcomes. So the ghost kills Sadok, or does something to it. Well, no, you know what? Fuck you. If you let Sadok die, you don't get anything out of it. No conversations for you. I'll figure out some other alternate path. And then you'll still also have to, like, defeat the ghost, though. Well, this might be revealing too much about the, like, nature of the creatures too early. Because basically, I don't want to reveal until it's the most... Until the players had some context for, like, how these creatures normally behave. I don't want to reveal that any of them are intelligent. Let's say maybe. And let's say maybe here as well. And this still doesn't... I've kind of, like, lost the thread on what I was actually intending to do, which was make Sadok more antagonistic to the player. Because, yeah, we still need more things for that. I guess maybe the governor. Because basically, the conversation with the governor, in so many words, basically just says, hey, sorry about you getting arrested. That wasn't my call. But you should no longer be hassled as you travel through the city. And I'll make sure of that. So basically, in fact, I should probably confirm that somewhere. Well, let's see. I'm going to also put here. I don't care that much. Basically, I'm going to make sure that you can bring it up to Sadok that the governor apologized to him for his behavior, or to her for his behavior. What if the player's suspicion keeps growing? Because I have that when they first get arrested, it's because asking questions builds up a suspicion stat. And then once it reaches a certain threshold, talking to guards will cause them to arrest you. And eventually they'll actively, like, approach you and talk to you when you're at high enough suspicion. But I think maybe what I can do is even after the arrest and release, that suspicion stat is still tracked. And then, like, at more thresholds, the guards will continue to, like, draw suspicion because it's like, hey, you're, like, really. Because it's like if you caught someone who you thought was committing a crime and then let them go and they were still hanging around the area asking suspicious questions, you would, like, question them again or want to. But because of the how would that actually work from the player's perspective, though? Like, what interactions could they do that would be interesting from there? Hmm. I'm also thinking, why is the player still so... I guess the player's motivation to find something is basically to get favor with Sadok. So it's going to be very difficult to figure out ways of making this antagonistic, because, yeah, I do want him to be an actual enemy. Hmm. I... Hmm. I'm going to cross... I'll keep that there for now. Optional. Maybe. Optional. Hmm. This isn't really... I don't think that's really true anymore. Okay. I'm basically thinking here. This is admittedly not very exciting stream content, so I may want to wind down the streams more because I didn't stream Sunday either because I was just doing writing. So I might want to do only like a weekday stream and like go over the changes or like plan some sort of presentable work. Hmm. Yeah, okay. What are the ideas that I have? Somebody from within the organization, or you can get help, or you can meet a investigation. Sadok does not like this. So Razia volunteers, or Razia offers help you on condition capacitor. Um, Somebody else offers to help? So, requirements. Way for the player and Sadok to butt heads. Because I have a lot of ideas for how I want the player and Sadok to interact, but they need to be, like, kind of forced to be working toward the same thing or, like, working in the same space for those to happen. Hmm. I know. As part of the public, or as part of the governor to I don't know, answer your questions or something. Okay, that actually kind of seems like an option. That basically the governor is sort of forcing Sadok to be friendly with you. Also, this desk is very dusty. I cleaned my entire room except I didn't take the stuff off this desk and like wipe it down. Oh well. Hmm. What if it's multiple? What if it's more than one of these? What if? Um, Sadok is forced to answer your questions. The area is sort of like a journalist. So I guess sort of like if Jackie were a journalist. Yeah, let's say that. And required Sadok. In the process of asking around, you can meet a young to help find out what's happening. Sadok is not happy. And tries to basically get you out of the investigation. Hmm. Okay. And then I think you still find the green light. And you still have to somehow convince Sadok to come, or I know, in the aftermath of the incident. So, and either or the recruit or the other must be present to activate the fight. Well, I'm wondering if there's a way that I can make this less contrived, because I like having these sort of story changes that are like consequences of things, and this doesn't feel like a consequence of a thing. Like, the only reason I want the creature to come out only when one of the soldiers is present is so that way they can actually trust Jackie's testimony on it. Because, like, if a spooky thing happens and then Jackie's like, there was a spooky invisible thing in, like, a weird light, nobody's going to believe it. Hmm. Well, what if you just kill it anyway? Well, no. That'd be such an anticlimax, though. No, I think we need... I think I know what we need. We need some reason for the creature to attack you. Not just going to the light with a particular person. There needs to be some sort of pattern discovered. Like, there needs to be some sort of other trigger that the player discovers. And that way, hopefully by the time they do that, there will be either Sadak or this other soldier will be willing to go to the lantern with you, because it's like you've had to explain it to somebody else to learn more information. Okay. Okay, I'm starting to see it. It's starting to come into view. So, draft, whatever. Let's just say draft. Okay. The governor grants access to the journal. Like a journalist, I think actually, and asks that she... So the governor asks that Jackie I don't know, share some information. To view areas and requires Sadak to answer questions. And I think the governor basically thinks that Jackie is like a journalist of some sort. And so that's why he's doing this. So let's actually put that in here. Grants her permission out of view areas and requires Sadak to answer questions. In the process of asking around and investigating the disappearances, you can meet a young peacekeeper who's eager to help find what's happening. Out of the investigation. The green light. Doesn't do anything without some sort of trigger. In the process of investigating, in the process of figuring out how to activate it. What the light is, you'll most likely other guy with you when you go back to the light. Then you kill the beastie. At this point, enough credibility to investigate the body. Okay. So now the real question is, what does the lantern require? Because this creature still is a relative unknown to me. Like, what is it actually doing? Because admittedly, this is kind of a boring answer to the question of, like, why is there a beast? Like, why is there a creature, like, taking people in the night? And there were so many theories that I've thrown out from the other people that now it feels kind of boring that it's just there's a weird light and the ghost comes. You know what I mean? Like, Where's the intrigue? Where's the conspiracies? Maybe there has to be, maybe there should be a conspiracy of like people covering up a crime for someone else, international. Let's say that. So like let's throw in some more complications. So the Emirates, international, I don't know, espionage. Because yeah, it's kind of boring that it's just one creature. Hmm. Hmm. So like activating the light reveals the creature and you kill it. Hmm. So yeah, this still leaves the question of like why. Like, would we ever figure out why the creature is doing this? I guess my only thinking is I want to know why, so that way I can write the story knowing the answer, even if I don't share it explicitly. Hmm. So, because we have a lot of things that I've been thinking about. Specters. In fact, I should be specific. It's not just a creature, it's something called a specter, which is a some sort of protective automaton. Hmm. So what is it actually? And why is the tree so big? So yeah, to get to the bottom of this particular quest, we're gonna have to figure out basically the whole world. Hmm. Yeah. Like, why is there a big old tree? Why is there a big old tower? Hmm. Also, I still need a path. I removed the path at one point, and it's kind of... Ah, well, I'll think about it soon. Hmm. What's its relationship? So the Gelrin, the ancient people who made the tower and various other ruins. Tower, the medium. Why have this? Sort of ancestral immortality. Hmm. Because, yeah, my original thinking was the like taking people away. Like, is that actually something they do? Possibly. You know, sort of a Soylent Green situation where the AI is just like, it's good because it just absorbs people's brains and then uses all the raw data to do things. But then that would beg the question as to why Jackie's mom doesn't have such an accurate representation. Because like if it's literally absorbing real people from the area, why is it when Jackie goes up to it, it doesn't show anything? Maybe it's because Jackie knows that she doesn't know anything. So it just doesn't feel like... So it's showing her what she expects to see, basically. Some variation of what she expects. Okay, that makes sense. Jackie still has to learn things. Medium only shows what looks right. Including about the medium. So if Jackie learns more about the medium, does that mean that it would automatically like instantly get more accurate because it's like scanning other people? And now it's like, well, if Jackie knows that we're just scanning, you know, other people's brains to fill in the gaps, then we can just like skip this whole artifice and show her everything we know. How else would this be? You like repurposed? By like enemies? Like maybe they're deliberately trying to harness these creatures as enemies? Because basically, right now, the enemy that you'll face is this thing. So I'm thinking it could be possible. Hmm. So do they have the ability to reprogram one of these? Would be a major development. I think I know. There's another guy, Redford. His quest, I don't know why his lighting's all messed up, but his quest is all about the fact that he is a talking specter. And he is basically the memories of a long dead man that have somehow been put, that for some reason have been put into here, which also I don't know why that happened. So I'd have to figure out the question of that as well. But it could be that this is a specific person And it's trying to do something. So that just kicks the bucket down the road. Or the can. Buckets are too large to kick, famously. If you kick one, you die. So that just kicks the can down the road on a few questions. So, like, what is its goal still? Why is Redford here? Hmm. So yeah, who was the person? I think this is the most interesting. Well, the one that's interesting without like adding a totally new dimension to the story, like this one. Because this one is not bad. Hmm. 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 I'm tempted to do all of this off stream, but I know if I turn off the stream, I'm just not going to work on it. I'm going to like put on a YouTube video and then it's like I'll just watch the YouTube video instead of doing this with it in the background. Because it's simultaneously too boring to do without multitasking, but too complicated to do with multitasking. Especially since I'm like literally totally incapable of multitasking at all. Hmm. Do I like this one? I think I might want to save. Well, actually, I do like this one because it means that Redford's quest still has more context. I guess we could have, like, is there any way that we could tie this into. I know. Another idea that I just had. And also, hang on. Nope, that's not what I wanted. You know, what if I just pin this to the taskbar? And then it's just never go. And then it just never goes away. Okay, what are the other quests that I even have? Minor quests, major quests. Village Gate, Tinker... What is Tinker Toy again? Oh. When did I... That is a funny idea. Of just get like a robot... like a quest to get a robot companion, but then it's like extremely shitty. Okay, I like how this was deadline September 10th last year. It could be good to have it be someone, like if it is a dead person, It could be someone from the first, or from the, like, I guess, genocide of the Sirti. Would it be? I guess it would be considered a genocide. Hmm. Do I have a thing? So if we go to project writing, quests, do I have Nightlight already? I do. So does this have anything that isn't here? Eh. Okay, it is a funny idea though. I see here. Uh, if Jackie gets a detective hat and that's what makes her decide to actually start investigating, like, I think it'd be dumb, but it would be funny. Hmm. 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 I love Sublime. I've paid for it 3 times. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Yeah, right now I'm writing about a mysterious lamp, basically, or mysterious street light. And admittedly, kind of stuck. But okay, I guess the main thing that I don't know now is... The main thing that I don't know is, why is this creature attacking people in the night? What is it? And how do I make it so that it only appears to the player when it's convenient for the narrative of the game? Because I don't want it to be the player just like impromptu kills it without actually knowing anything about it or any build up to it. It needs to be something where somebody else can be around. Okay, let's think about that. So I'm going to put... so we have like requirements draft. I'm going to say... So what do we need to get this guy attacking us? So requirements are the player should be able to figure it out. It should make sense. It should either extensively investigating with one of the peacekeepers or bringing a peacekeeper with you. So I think my big question is, what would make sense to draw the creature out? What is its pattern of attacking people? Oh yeah, and right now the game is basically a playable storyboard. So the actual game is like a 3D open world thing, but I'm doing all of the quest design in like a point and click format, so that way I can like skip to the writing instead. So that's why the whole game right now is just screenshots of the game world from the editor. Hmm. But okay. Okay, so I think in order to activate it, I need to figure out what the creature is doing, and then the player needs to figure out to some extent what the creature is doing, or like why it's doing what it does. Hmm. So yeah, because we have a lot of questions like, actually, hang on. So like questions, why is it not attacking in broad daylight? The other specters. Why is it so selective with its targets? What happens to the targets? Hmm. I think it possibly drags them. Some narrow under the city. What happens to them? Absorbed into something? Hmm. It could be a neat, like, happy ending if they're still alive to some extent. Well, yeah, if they're still alive, that could be cool. Or a nice happy ending. But I don't think that would make sense because they've been gone for multiple weeks. And that still begs the question, like, these things don't eat. Like, it's not going to be eating people. Hang on, I'm going to play a little bit to think about things. Just run around, and that way I also have, like, content for the video. Oh, and I can also keep the game, like, running. Um, hmm. I see. If P, let's say if not P outfit dot hair. I'm gonna go to the player outfit. I'm gonna get like a default outfit. Oh, we don't we have a default outfit somewhere. I think it's an outfit controller. Yeah, I guess I'll do a little bit of procrastination by like making the 3D game still run at the very least. So that way I don't have to do a whole bunch of work once I'm actually starting the game. Okay. So I think, there we go. I had to go deep into it. Oh wait, this is the exact same thing. Wait, then when do we, I think it's in player start then. What am I looking at here? Oh, this? No. Okay. So yeah, let's do this for So wait, do we not decode the player's outfit here? I don't think I don't think I do anything to the outfit. Oh, I do. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so let's do like this. So like if not outfit dot hair or not outfit dot coat or not outfit dot pattern it equals start dot default outfit. Okay. Let's make sure the game like works. Could not parse player animator. Well, why couldn't you parse player animator? Oh, because I was doing this. Hmm. Cannot infer a type of player state, even though it's this. Okay. Restart the editor. Okay, global. What happened to global.gd? Why are things broken? No, that's still not broken, Godot. No, gamesrace.gd is perfectly fine, Godot. Hmm. How? How did it pass the assertion? Because type is a... What is this? Okay, so this should be a coat pattern, right? Hmm. So did it just break every single like thing in the entire game? Is it just like every basic assumption about it is broken now? It's like, because this is clearly not null. Oh, is the outfit null? Oh yeah, hang on. Why don't I just set the, like, player outfit? Like, uh, and then we do, like, set coat type, oh, coat, set, coat, what is it, set pattern? Oh, wait. Okay. So here, what I'm going to do then when we do function outfit, I'm just going to do set outfit or outfit dot set. Hmm. Okay. And then I should be able to do this again. Okay, because it was because nil was the key, or the outfit was nil, not the other thing. I was going crazy for a second. I think I've already, like, exhausted my brain space. Oh my god. What? Hmm. Hmm. Okay. There's too much shit going on. Hmm. Okay, I guess I might as well fix this. Okay, so how does this work? Hair, coat, pattern. Okay, good. That means here we do this, and then if I try this again, it it's strange to me that the player, first of all, that the player is going to sleep immediately. That's not correct. Okay, so it kind of worked. I see. Okay. So something with the player energy. So let's say... Okay, I see what happened. If save load state has stats, player energy. There we go. Okay. The stuttering, all that stuff, that'll be fixed soon. Okay. So my main question... The stuttering is so bad. I think I'm gonna probably just have to, like, not play the game at all. Because I've already spent like 20 more minutes than I was intending, because I literally just wanted to bring this up so that I could do something with my hands while I thought out loud and like look at the place. Because basically people in this area, specifically this northern section of the city, have been disappearing one by one over the course of the past like 2 weeks. You know, at night, most nights, a person will go missing. I guess I should ask, like, why is that required? Like, what am I actually, like... Like, because I just remembered, I can change any of the facts of these events that I want to, like, actually make the conclusion make sense. You know, the main thing that's happening is, at some time scale, people are disappearing. And it's probably because of a spooky monster. But I need to figure out a way of making that actually interesting and not just, like, the monster is killing people. Because, like, yeah, of course the monster's killing people. If it wasn't killing people, it'd just be, like, a pet. It'd just be a domesticated animal. It wouldn't be a monster. That's kind of like the definition. So, I think the street lamp will not be here. Maybe it'll be up here in this section of the town. Because this is a space that I haven't really utilized. Well, wait, hang on, what? Oh, I see. This is the wrong thing now. Yeah, because what it actually needs to be is the animator, etc., like mesh.outfit. Wait, but no, this is the... Oh, I see. So yeah, this is the... What is this exactly? Okay, so that is player state. So yeah, these should just be like code equals... No, pattern. Hair equals... No, that's wrong as well. Basically, I'll need like a signal for these. But okay. Interesting. Now it's like way more fucked up. Well, now it's fine. I don't get it. Oh, I see. The camera broke again. That's what happened. Well, it's not my problem. I think the creature doesn't use force. Instead, the light makes it look like someone the victim recognizes. And then the victim goes after the creature into the distance. And that's why the player is not affected by it, because it doesn't know anyone the player knows. Well, I guess they have used the medium, so it could, if it's connected to that. But I guess if it's not connected to the medium, it wouldn't know who the player knows, because it knows, like, people around here because of some sort of, like, knowledge of the area. Okay. And then it lures them to go out into the darkness, into some sort of spooky little cave that must be well hidden, I guess. Maybe it, like, pushes a rock aside or something. Okay. I now have what it does, how it operates, why the player isn't there, and why they need somebody else there to do it. Okay. The green light... the green light obscures the creature somehow, creating the illusion of, like, the reason you need to... then, I don't know. Okay, so it's not too different. So the green light obscures the creature. So I think that means that within the area that we go to, there should be the creature, or there should be another green light. So that way, like, basically, it'll be the dead of night. You know, imagine we're the victim. You know, we see something through the green light, it looks like a person. Because, I don't know, it's nanomachines or whatever. You know, some sort of optical trick. And we're like, oh, we need to go there. And then when you leave the green light, it's just a dark figure because it's the dead of night and it's running away from you. So you're like, hey, come back. Like my wife / spouse / child / whoever is, you know, best suited to lure me into this cave. And then, like, a rock has been conspicuously moved to the side. And so you go into a cave or something, and then there's another light. And then it, like, dramatically steps out of the light and kills you. You know, that's how it works. And so then, that also unlocks a little place for the player to explore. I don't know what would be in there. Maybe it, like, goes deeper into the connections with the, I don't know, the other cave networks in the area. Okay. And that would actually be a very good area for Sadak to be characterized. So I think I'm going to backtrack on like having the other character here, because it would be really good to get under Sadoxa like armor if he is the one who gets tricked by this, because like I don't know, it shows someone he cares about, like his wife or something like that, or like his kid, and then you run after them. Okay, that's good. So let's do this. So in the process of asking around investigating, you can meet young peacekeeper. So yeah, we don't need that. He's not pleased that you're... And actively, I know what he can do. So the way he'll antagonize the player is, and so the green light obscures the creature. It creates the illusion of a person. Okay, so you spot the green light. When you go around, because yeah, it's doing some sort of thing. It can like alter its appearance or like obscure itself, but it can't like complete the illusion without... Okay, that makes sense. Okay, and this actually leads into... Okay. Because the medium already has a green light and there's already this sort of hologram technology, so it makes sense that... Okay, this is a big thing, actually. So let's say that is like the activation now. Okay. Hmm. Uh, he has you, or I know, he brings you... So yeah, why alone? Uh, he's lured by a vision of his son. Okay, an activation. Let's put this here as well. So, yeah, so we don't need that. Into a cave that was opened up. Okay. Hmm. this can be used later. Okay, we've got it. It took what was it? 2 hours, an hour and a half of like suffering to get there, but this did work. Okay, let's make it happen. So we have basically everything already in place. I'm just gonna have let's have this. So no, let's do green. No, what is it called? Light. Street lamp. For now, it's just going to be here, and then there's going to be some sort of little, like, person over here, and that's going to be, I'm actually going to need this light. To be on the same schedule as this thing. Do we have a signal for this? Maybe I'll just have like a collective thing. Or I know what I can do. I'm just going to do, hide is going to be show. And this is going to be hide. And we're going to do return enabled and visible. And so that way I can have a mysterious figure. So we go here. No, where do I need to go to? Paint. And for now, it'll be very high quality. Actually, let's do like, this is fine. I was gonna say this is like too, like, these lines are too thin for the proper thing, but then I remembered, like, this is all placeholder. This is literally like a storyboard. I don't need to make it like graphically perfect. Okay. I just realized I needed to make this like not on this layer. I know how to do that. Recolor. What's the button for colors? Okay, so I think the way that this works, we turn the right color into the left color. Does this work? Is this working? How does it, why is this not working? I was hoping this would work. Okay, whatever. Scenes, Crab Hill, street corner light. No, let's do NPC maybe. Okay, because then we'll have like a talker. Huh, why is this all funky? Oh, I see. Because it's, wait. Huh? Oh, wait, okay. It didn't export yet. What is the deal with this thing? Oh, I see. Because it's the... Okay. Because the point light is scaled? Hmm. Okay, so what I need to do then is actually have this and is visible in tree. Let's do that. And then this will not call that, it'll call this. And this thing should have a function enable disable. And we'll just hide and show them as well. Well, maybe? I guess this is correct. I'll see if this works. If not, I need to figure out a completely new thing. But okay. Oh, but now I hate video games so much. And I can't expand this thing. Okay. Icon behavior. We need this thing here. Maybe I can put it as a child. No, I can't put it as a child of that. Okay, I'm going to put it as a child of this freaking thing. So we're going to go back up another level. And then just make this have a unique thing. Did I just name this like control.gd? What is this called? Script 2D. Yeah, Craville. That's fine. Whatever. Like, isn't this thing like, nah, whatever. So this, something there. Okay, go over to C, or I keep forgetting if I put punctuation in the parentheses. Oh wait, yeah, quests, no, I know. This is the wrong place. Dialog. Thank you, Godot. I mean, that was my fault, but still. Okay, dialogue, quest, major, nightlight. Admittedly, this feels like a pretty small quest. It's like, I guess it could be much larger now that we have the entire cave to investigate. There's much more that can be done in this place now. Like, where did the people go? That should probably be our next step, our next question. So, dark figure dot dialogue. Actually, this doesn't make sense to have as a separate thing. It should just be part of the, yeah, remove this. Go to the light. Is it normal? Something there, behind the light. And then we'll say, to do, this isn't necessary in 3D because we can just walk over. You go over to C. So actually now this is going to be, change the type of this to a texture rectangle. And then we'll have the dark figure. Expand mode, fit width, and then keep aspect centered. Yeah, I wish I had the thing there, but oh well. Nothing. It must have been. Okay. Okay, but I also need to use the bathroom, so I'll be back in a minute. And I'm back. Okay. That gives us that. Do I need this to be a scene change? How do I actually do this? Wow, there's way too much shit that's fucked up here. Yeah. What is all of this from, anyway? I'll figure that crap out later. I don't need to bother with it. Okay, let's save what I have so far. Add player areas. Dialog UI. Is most of this stuff fixing like other things? Yeah. Fix the, or like 3D fix outfit changes. And then the rest of this, let's ignore that for now. We'll put all that together soon. Okay, so when we go to let's see, the creature. So that's not where we need this anymore. This is going to be later. Okay. So Sadak is on night patrol. So player at this. So wooden god. So it stands still. So let's say sun. What are you doing out at this time of night? I know. He needs to then say something in Yakazi. So Sadak says something. He freezes, pointing to the dark figure. Tells it something in Yakazi. It leaves. Okay, Sadak chases after it. So now what we're going to do is context chase. Next phase, nightlight. Yeah, okay. So this is good. So I think now we don't have the green light. Well, actually, okay, so this is all fine, I think. So we'll ignore this for now. So where are we going? So we're going to do main speaker at. Let's say, where are you going? It's my son. I guess it's okay. I guess it's fine to do this because we're going to keep following Sadak for the time being. And basically, we'll switch to a different scene. And then otherwise, I guess otherwise there's no options. Like, you know what? Actually, we don't even need this. We can just do this. And then, actually, at Crab Hill Hidden Cave, let's call it that. In fact, let's go chronological. In fact, as with this, we're going to do not stat otherwise. Okay, so basically we're chasing after the ghost, and then we get here. Okay. So are you all right? Hmm. Let's see. So there was some sort of specter. Okay. So thank you for your help. Okay. Hmm. Let's say, what do we want to say? So there's not going to be any night patrols now. So what's anything new with the investigation? Yeah, let's say this for now. So we're not going to have any of this stuff. No. The creature is dead, but why? And why did the creature? Where did they go? Where did it take them? How could it use? How could it mimic people? What? Why is it so different from other specters? I'm realizing I'm basically not even talking, but I'm just I'm basically just leaving this open as like future quest stuff now. So I think Nightlight will basically be like the first step in a network of quests that involve this cave and this area and Sadok. And then maybe I should make the time stop quest also feed back into this. That could make sense. Well, it would be good thematically if Sadok's quests all like dovetailed together, but I don't think it makes sense from a like actual like working perspective, logistics perspective. Okay. Hmm. So it responds back. So it replies. Okay. So now what we need is this context chase. So instead of an attack scene, we'll have a chase scene. And then let's go 1080. Okay, so I'm thinking now, you know, we have the walls. Oh, we have the walls like over here. And then like cliffs and et cetera, et cetera. Buildings, so like, you know, the city is fading away, and then there's like some little thing over here, and then like a little dark figure. And I'll have Sadok running. How does a human being run? He would have this leg back, this leg forward. His hair, his thing, his beard. I've completely oh yeah, they have like a coat like this that comes down. I forgot how their outfits work. Ah, well, I don't care. That boards the story. So, like, cliff. Okay. This will be chase. 2D scenes, nightlight, quest nightlight chase? Yeah. And then once you get into there, this will be the thing. Okay. Nightlight chase. There we are. Also, I forgot I don't have music playing, so I don't need my headphones on. There. So, fit width, keep aspect centered. So let's say chase the boy. So this will be scenes. What am I looking for? 2D, scenes, quest, nightlight, attack. Oh, wait, and then I need this to be like this. So yeah. Chase the boy. Where's nightlight chase? Okay. So I think now we should have everything we need. And I think what I might do is once we go into the scene, I think I want this to actually alert the player. Or eventually I want like the player to be able to like or the NPCs to start the dialogue instead of the player. But okay. For now, I'll leave it as it is. So we need to go here. We need to wait until 1. So I'm going to just do like a world. That. Actually, what time does this thing activate? Talk to streetlight. Why is this off? Is it broken? It's awfully dark here. Let's change that to examine. Oh. Oh, right, because it only works at the start of the thing. Oh, right. Why is this light green? There's something there behind the light. Oh, hang on. I didn't realize that the light and the filter applied over top of the dialogue. That's funny. Who's there? There's no sound. You go over to see. There's nothing. It must be a trick of the light. Thank you, light, for telling us that. Point light 2D. Talk to talker 2D. Why does this have that? Tooltip. No, that's not the right thing. This one. Tooltip. None. Okay. Wrong button. I meant to go back to the guy. Because now if we go back, go to here. Get out of here. I'm on night patrol. There's a street lamp. All right. Why? Hang on. Don't NPCs... I'm pretty sure NPCs have to have the ability to follow the player. Wait, did I move this to somewhere else? Huh? Oh, maybe it's in nav. What? Where did I put it? Maybe it's the player has the follower. Hang on. Okay, so it's under... I do have it here, but is this the correct nav? So, like... Hang on. Initialize add item, has follower, get follower, add follower. Okay. So I think we do player add follower instead. No, I'd rather just do... Hang on. This is concerning to me. Okay, I'm gonna just have function follow player again. Player, so global player state, add follower self. So NPC has no ID, this, that, the other. New follower, emit followers, NPC ID. Okay. Let's try this again. Actually, hang on. Before we do that, function dismiss. Global dot player state dot dismiss follower ID. Okay, so what is all of the... So we have add follower. Player add follower main speaker. Okay, I think that's wrong. So what I'm going to do instead is just main speaker follow player. Player has follower Sadok. That seems better. Dismiss follower Sadok. Okay, and these are also, if we go to player 2D, okay, add follower, dismiss follower, has follower. Okay. So admittedly, there's sort of an overlap of like functionality here, but I'm okay with that. I'll accept that. Okay, so we're gonna go back. We're gonna go here. Get out of here. I'm on night patrol. No, you're not, idiot. Hang on. No. All right, I can come take a look. And now we have Sadok here. Don't we have a light to find? We do indeed. What in God's name is that? He freezes, pointing to the dark figure. So something eventually. Sadok tells it something in Yukazi. The dark figure replies, he's a young boy. And from his voice, from the voice, it's a young boy. Where'd context chase go? That was supposed to do this. Get tree, current scene, go to scene path. Where's this happening? Why did this not happen? Okay. So it still didn't work. F11. Load. So this should exist. Okay. Eval active. Oh, because we need to do... Okay. I see what I need to do. And then what we need is... Oh yeah, CH hidden cave. So that should be... For now, that's going to be attack. So here, this one is not in this group. Okay, so now we might be able to do this. And then we can, boom, there we are. Where are you going? That's my son. Chase the boy. Okay. So trick, how? And so then what I need is better pacing for this to figure out, like, how do we make it so that, it's cool, basically. Like, what is the conversation going to be? Oh, you're right. It knew his face. It knew his face. Let's say he collects himself. That's all. We need any more help. Hmm. Hopefully that was the only creature, but in any case. We know where they're hiding now, so it should be... It's a matter of... If there are more. Okay. So now I think what I need is I want at least a kind of a mock-up of what I'd envision for the creature before it attacks us. I think I actually need Frida for this one. Because basically the way that this thing is going to work is, as I said, it's a dark figure, but it can also... So the green light will add a person on top of it, basically, like superimpose the image of the person in question. Let's see. So, like, little kid here. What does kid's hair look like? Like this, basically, messy, a little bit. Then let's have just him like this for now. Oh. So the way that this works, then we need like let's have like a very dark color here. What do I actually want here for the lighting? Actually, I do want this. But then, where's my tool options? Here they are. Radial. It's going to be something like this. Trying to figure out a way to make it so that the kid is mostly visible, and then like what's actually behind it is also mostly visible. So let's have something like this maybe. Okay, and then behind him will be blackness. And the way that it works, at least in these, like, I think, so as I said, this is, I think, how the medium is also going to work. For these, like, localized lights, these medium lights, I guess, the way that it'll work is whatever is obscured will be kind of shadowy, perhaps. And then that begs the question as to why the player can't kill this thing earlier, of like, if it sees a dark figure and then goes through and there's nothing there, how does that work? Does it run away too quickly or what? And then, up much higher, very spooky little skull, very spooky little skeleton. Look at that. How spooky is that? Basically like this starts to disappear. You know, I'm not sure exactly how this is going to work, but this is how it's going to work. Eh, whatever, good enough. Yeah, I don't know what this is exactly. Like, why are these lights here anyway? Like, who put these here? What is the meaning of these things? Okay, good enough. That's a spooky boy. Basically, let's see, hang on. I was making Deltarune fan art. At the ends of it, where the hell am I going? Jak 4. Project 2D scenes, quests, nightlight, spooky boy. And I'll just make this a PNG. I don't need to save the layers for this. This is basically as far as it needs to go. Okay, save and exit. So what it's going to be now is... Yeah, this is our thing. This now will be a new scene. Nightlight spooky boy. fit width, keep aspect centered. Yeah. And then this one will have function attack. File or attack scene. Get tree current dot go to scene path. Okay. Nightlight. Where's the attack? There it is. Okay. And then here now, we don't go to this scene. We go to this scene. And then here, talker 2D. Let's have this here. Would this actually make sense? I don't think the player would be able to get close enough to this thing to actually like, yeah, I think that will not be the case. But this will be under CH Secret Cave, I think. CH Hidden Cave. There's some food, possibly. I might be back. My brother bought cookies. So I had part of a lemon poppy seed cookie and I have a like chocolate toffee and pretzel cookie. Let's see, so that'll be fun. But all right, back into it. So here we need to do something, or say so it's clear something is wrong. And then let's do exit, or let's do like yeah. Wait, no, let's do next phase, night light. Okay, and then night light 4. And I always have an extra exit here because it feels wrong to have one like just here and here. But okay, we have this. Okay. And then we do 5, and then we do next. Okay, so I think this should work. And then I'm just going to have a scene change 2D here as like an examine. I want to call it like come closer. Okay. Scenes, quest, nightlight, whatever it is, the attack scene. Why do we have 2? Are there 2 scenes that have the spooky boy? No, I don't think that's true. Okay. But now if we go back, will I have to restart the game? Yeah, I will. Why is this? Hang on. Main. I see what it is. I set the time somewhere. Function. I know. When we set main 2D, what this should do is. Where's our time? Date time. So if save load state dot has stat date time time equals there. It should start at 10 a.m. Yeah, there we go. Use a note. This one. Boom, boom. And then we don't need to do anything here. We can just do this. Start investigating all of our stuff. Oh, wait, no, that's not the right thing anymore. What's life like in the city? How long has this been happening? Blah, blah, blah. Also, there's still some bugs. Like, for example, the fact that I could, like... And I'll put that in here. The fact that I can still open the shop. So... while shopping... That'll be UI dialog. Okay. No, we need to use a note. Okay. And then we should probably have enough... No, we don't. Actually, if we do this, ask about this stuff, and then I think, if I global, no, world advance time to, like, what time do I need? 1 a.m.? So if we come into here, you shouldn't be out here at night. You're going to have to come with me. Okay. So basically, now we get arrested again. We come into the questioning. We have to talk to him. Oh wait, no. I should probably like cooperate. Okay. And they're not interested in you, but you can still talk to them. Wait, why does his... Hang on. Oh. I thought the ellipses were the same color as the player dialogue, but that might be an illusion. Ah. Okay. So now... interesting. Thank you for that. Journal. There's a street lamp with a green light. So why is this, Okay, fuck me then. I guess it just doesn't work now. Awesome. Love it. Oh, wait, hang on. Was that... Did I talk to the wrong person? Why is this shit not fucking working? This is supposed to only happen if if arrest is mentioned. Arrest wasn't mentioned. It's like, again. All I wanted was to make the dialogue fucking work. How? How does it not work now? How did it work? Okay, hang on. It has to be something that I changed, like, today. But I don't see anything that I changed in anything other than the, like, I don't see anything I changed in the dialogue. Well, the dialogue viewer. I've changed a lot of the dialogue itself. Which actually... Could that be the issue? So if we print dictionary stats. Oh, wait, no. State date. Hang on. Okay, so we should have something nightlight slash like green light or whatever it is. Green lamp. Okay, so state get stat green lamp puzzle and this. Okay. I'm gonna say, okay. Get stat Sadok nightlight. Why does this, what does this mean? Why do we need Sadok slash nightlight? I mean, we have it. So why isn't it doing our thing? Hang on. Let's go to dialog viewer. Update notifications. No, dialog evaluator. Now, what am I looking for? Check. Jesus fucking Christ. Check notifications. It's here somewhere. Update labels. Oh, it's right. It's because I renamed it to apply block status, which makes more sense anyway. Okay. Yeah, let's do evaluate labels where label block execute label. Do this. Talk to him again. It didn't run, which is pretty cool. Why is special dialogue? Oh, because this is okay. Special dialogue allowed equals true. Actually, that should be in clear. Also, I need to use the bathroom again. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, back once again. Many breaks this time around. Many pauses in the stream, but then again, at like 7:30, I had half a mind to like give up because it was getting too scary for me. But okay. So the issue was basically it was disabling the special dialogue. So now if I do this, thank goodness. Okay. All right, I'll come take a look. So now he's following us. Don't we have a light to find? And what in God's name is that? He freezes, pointing to the dark figure. Son? Tells it something in Yukazi. The dark figure replies. From the voice, it must be a young boy. He runs. Sadok chases after him. Where are you going? That's my son. Didn't we have... Oh, I see. We do have. But I forgot to do classic thing. Align these relative markers. We're here, aren't we? Oh, did I put this in the wrong thing? I did. That's the one that needs it, not this one. And then we can do this. It's clear something is wrong. It was a trick. What is this? Okay. Eventually I need also the proper cave now. So what I'm going to do... let's go to overview. So let's say like back of the city, whatever this is going to be called or something. Yeah, North 2 is fine. Back. What would this be called? North clearing. And what's going to be here is the cave will be here once we get it. And that'll be where we actually like land when we're done. So he stands there, stock still. He has no expression on his face. Are you all right? He looked exactly like my son. It knew his face. He collects himself. Thank you for your help. We'll take it from here. All right, let's have that as our avenue in. Journal note night light / doc mimic or Sadok lore. The creature seems to have lured apparently mimicked Sadok's son. I keep putting question marks, but admittedly, I don't really need to not have them. Or I don't really need to have them since it's guaranteed that the Nightlight quest is active, but oh well. Oh wait, we complete it here anyway. There was some sort of specter luring people from the city. The local caves managed to kill it. Okay. That's all? Yes, we can investigate this from here. Well... Hopefully that was the only creature, but we know where they're hiding now. If there are more, they'll regret making an enemy of the Emirate. I'm off to alert the others. Okay. And then there should be a new area here. Oh, wait, I see. Yeah. Then we'll save and exit. And And then I think what I'd like is maybe more decompression from Nightlight. Let's do that. Note Nightlight where journal task is completed. Nightlight. What do you think that creature was? Have you ever seen anything like that creature? Well, what else could it be? How goes your investigation into the caves? Also, there should be a capital L here. And I think what I'm going to do is officially have no punctuation inside of these, I think. Also, I see that I have a lot of like, leave him alone, leave this alone, etc., etc. All right. So now that I've done something for you, man, what do I actually have? Stock/new mum. Okay. State get stat new mum. Now that I've done something for, or now that I've helped you, do you think you'd be? Is that her name? Gara Who's? Okay, yeah. Okay, and if we do that, I think yeah, I think what I'm going to do here is for now. So like, let's say to do, how do I integrate this into the other ways to ask about your mom? As I said before, I don't know her. Hmm. Okay, can you at least help me find someone who would know her? That'd be a good one. And I think, so, actually I'm going to put this in here. So Nightlight, I think I want more antagonism, and the way that's going to be done is by having Sadak actively interfere with you. Oh yeah, this he's no longer named Balter. Hmm. So Sadak's antagonism. Asks you not to So, more stuff with the governor and him. More ways to argue and interfere. Because I have more specific ideas, but I kind of am, like, out of energy now. Let's see, fine. This isn't the end of it, though. You know what? I'm going to say to do here, he actually gives you some advice. Because, okay, let's say... more investigation... No. Let's say, like, filled out the conclusion to Nightlight. And then we'd actually have more continuation here. So I think... investigate the cave. What are the creature's motivations? Where the victims were taken. How to prevent this future. It happened those years ago. And then, like, Sadat comes around more. Yeah, because admittedly, I only added, like, what, 2 screens to the game for this part? But yeah, I think that's going to be about it. Admittedly, I did spend, like, half this stream, like, in the bathroom or, like, eating, but, such is life. Sucks to be you. Okay. Pushing all of this. I will be back tomorrow, though. I thought that I was going to do, like, scale back on the streams, but this was very productive after, like, the first, like, hour of suffering. So I think I'll just have to get used to writing on stream. Especially because, one of the main worries that I had was spoiling stuff, but I think the streams are incoherent enough that I don't think I could spoil stuff if I tried. Like, because if I'm writing something, I'm not talking, and if I'm talking, I'm not writing. So it'll be pretty easy to avoid spoilers if you're not listening very closely. But all right. Thanks for stopping by. See you later.